Florentino Pérez, a Madrid property developer, had campaigned to become club president, with a manifesto promising to clear the club's debts and attract the best players to the Bernabéu. If successful, he promised to sign Luis Figo from bitter rivals Barcelona. Pérez was elected, and for a world record fee, Figo duly arrived.
His arrival at Real Madrid meant the start of the famous Galactico era at the club. Luis Figo was one of the first such stars to arrive.
Del Bosque's leading striker was another Spaniard, Raúl, who had blossomed into one of football's most productive goal scorers. Another transfer brought in Frenchman Claude Makélélé to add steel to the midfield.
Oh, Claude was fundamental. He gave us so much balance. He really was the point of balance in that team, because it was so offensive.
Real Madrid won the league in 2001, finishing all of 17 points ahead of Barca. 2 seasons, 2 major trophies for Del Bosque, a man supposedly brought in to steady a wallowing ship. And there was a further boost when Pérez gave the club and its fans a very special centenary present. In the summer of 2001, the world record transfer fee was once again broken as Real Madrid's latest signing was unveiled: Zinedine Zidane. The president's dream of allying Galacticos to homegrown talent was taking shape, though not everything ran smoothly. Zidane struggled with injuries and with his form, and an inconsistent team could finish only 3rd in the league. But again, the club excelled in Europe. In the quarter-finals against Bayern, Real were behind 2-1 after the first leg, but rallied at the Bernabéu. Goals from Elguera and Guti were decisive. The semi-final draw was dramatic. Real were pitched against their fiercest rivals, Barcelona. If Madrid were to finish their centenary season in glory, they would have to do it the hard way.
Si ya la Champions es especial.
At the new camp, Zidane showed his class and repaid at least some of his fee in opening the scoring. Steve McManaman added a second. That happiness was compounded in the second leg as the Bernabéu toasted Raúl's strike. Another final awaited.
It
had been a really difficult final to get to, and of course, we were desperate to win it. But Leverkusen made us sweat. It was a really hard game, and they had lots of chances.
We went ahead, they equalised, and then came that goal from Zizou.
Substitute goalkeeper Iker Casillas kept Leverkusen at bay with a string of fine saves, and Madrid's Galacticos had won the club a 9th European Cup. The next season, the Brazilian Ronaldo was signed following his brilliant goal-scoring performances at the 2002 World Cup. He added a further attacking option in a team already brimming with talent. Del Bosque presided over another league title, but then style began to be valued over substance.
From time to time, you have to freshen things up so that the project doesn't get stale.
I left, Hierro stopped being captain, Del Bosque left. That was a big shock for the group, emotional even. And that was reflected in the results. And that's why they didn't win anything for 4 years. Because key players who were important had left, both on the field and in the dressing room.
David Beckham became the latest Galáctico, but to many it seemed that commercial aspirations had overtaken football ambitions. There were departures of important players. The squad was left unbalanced, and when Del Bosque had gone, Real Madrid struggled. Whether or not the Galacticos experiment worked remains the subject of much debate, but there is general agreement that it was an era in which one of football's greatest clubs assembled one of football's most impressive teams.